Welcome to the darkness, where every shadow hides a story. I'm the Doctor, and in this world, reality is just the beginning of the terror. Grab a seat, turn off the lights, and let's dive into tonight's tale of fear. Don't say I didn't warn you. Mira never wanted anything to do with her grandmother's estate. After years of estrangement, the old woman's death felt like the end of a chapter Mira had long since stopped reading. Yet, when the will named her as the sole inheritor, she felt a tug of curiosity and obligation to visit the old house one last time. The house was as she remembered, decrepit, dark and unwelcoming. The smell of damp wood and mothballs clung to the air like a second skin. The lawyer's instructions were simple. The house was hers, along with all its contents, except for one item explicitly listed in the will. "The mirror," said the lawyer. "Your grandmother wanted you to destroy it." Mira found the mirror in the attic, covered in a sheet so old it crumbled at her touch. The frame was ornate, carved with intricate patterns of twisting vines and faces that seemed to shift when she wasn't looking directly at them. The glass, though, was spotless, reflecting her perfectly despite the dim light. That night, she couldn't sleep. Whispers tugged at the edge of her consciousness, soft and unintelligible, but persistent. She dismissed them as creaks and groans of an old house trying to focus on her phone. Then her reflection moved. It was subtle at first, a flicker, like a shadow passing behind her. She froze, staring at the mirror on the far wall of the guest room. Her reflection stared back, perfectly still. She shook her head and laughed nervously, chalking it up to exhaustion. But as the days passed, the whispers grew louder. They called her name, soft at first, then with a chilling urgency. The mirror became the center of her world, its surface drawing her in like a moth to a flame. Every time she looked, her reflection seemed slightly off. Dark circles under her eyes she didn't have, a faint smirk that didn't match her lips. One night, she woke to find herself standing in front of it, her hand pressed against the glass. She had no memory of leaving her bed. Mira heard a faint voice, the reflection, whispering, "Feed me." Mira stumbled back, heart pounding. What are you?" "I am your hunger, your truth," exclaimed the reflection. "Give, and you shall thrive." She tried to leave the house, but the front door wouldn't budge, as if glued shut. The windows showed nothing but darkness, no matter the time of day. Trapped and terrified, she started seeing things, shadows darting just out of view, faces in the walls. Her reflection grew gaunt and hollow, whispering cruel truths about her loneliness, her failures, her fears. "Feed me, Mira," cried the reflection. Desperate to silence it, she grabbed a shard of broken glass from the attic floor and sliced her palm. Blood dripped onto the mirror's frame, which seemed to absorb it eagerly. The whispers stopped. For a moment the house was silent, peaceful even. Then came the hunger. It gnawed at her, an insatiable emptiness that no food could fill. She tried everything, but nothing worked. Her reflection grew stronger, more vibrant, while she withered. The mirror wanted more. One night, driven by the unbearable hunger, she cut deeper, letting the blood flow freely. The mirror shuddered, its glass rippling like water as the reflection smiled. "More," the reflection demanded. Mira sobbed, sinking to her knees. I can't," begged Mira. The mirror's surface rippled again, and the reflection stepped out. It wasn't her anymore, it was something else entirely. Pale, emaciated, its eyes glowing with a sickly light. "You'll give everything." The next morning, the house was quiet, empty. The mirror sat untouched in the attic, its glass pristine. Inside, a faint outline of Mira's face stared out, her silent scream forever etched into its depths, and the hunger continued. That's all for tonight, but remember, the night is never truly silent. If you enjoyed the chill, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more stories that will keep you up at night. Until next time.